Welcome back to your Feel Good Breakfast Show. It's Expresso right here on SABC3. Now, any fan of one of the most successful sitcoms to come out of Hollywood, known as Friends, will immediately recognize the running gag where today's relationship topic comes from. We were on a break. Now, this refers to a time in the series where Ross and Rachel's tumultuous relationship causes them to take a break, during which Ross has a one-night stand with another woman. The event is continually referenced when Rachel claims that this was cheating, while Ross counters that it wasn't because they were on a break.
So today's question is, are you accountable for what takes place during your relationship's break? Our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, is in the building to help us discuss this sizzling topic, and our lines are open. So do give us a call with your questions or comments on 021 430 9881, and we will engage with you. We understand that this is, of course, a loaded topic, so you're welcome to be anonymous throughout this entire discussion.
Absolutely. Dr. Eve, so good to have you back on the show this morning.
We've had a break for a week.
We have. We were literally on a break.
What do we do now?
Did I cheat in between?
Where did you go? Which shows did you go on to?
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to think about.
You know what, this whole thing of being on a break, it can really bring hurt into a relationship, depending on what happens during that break between the two people that are involved. Now, can we just contextualize for a second, what exactly do we mean when we say we're on a break, and what are the reasons that bring one or two people to make that decision?
Well, I really wish that people would sit down like adults, like we're doing right now, and discuss the issue of what does it mean that we're on a break. So the reality is that many people take a break before they actually talk about let's take a break, which means that they disconnect whilst they're in the relationship. They emotionally begin to detach, but they don't let their partner know. So they may be miles ahead of their partner in terms of knowing that they've actually already disengaged and moved on. They physically are present, they may even be sexually present, but emotionally they've gone. So when the conversation comes, or when the trauma comes of, like, I think we need to take a break, they say, okay, cool. Now, there are two kinds of breaks, and I have to just say that the word break is really offensive. You know, if you just even say the word
break.
What does it feel?
It's a bit harsh.
Exactly, like you kind of get the stabbing in your heart and your stomach kind of contracts. So I don't like the word break. So immediately when somebody says, we've got to take a break, the other person is going to be really tense. And the old language for it used to be, I need
time off. Space.
I need space, I need time off.
Or art.
Well, people don't really say out. They say, I wish they would. I need space, or I need time out, which is like, we need to take a break. There are two kinds of breaks that people are taking. The one is, let's have a break to be able just to have this time out, so that we can then make up afterwards. That might be the intention. Things are a little hot, I've got to get out of here, and let me just kind of take a break so we can make up and fall in love again, or repair the hurt from infidelity, for example. And then there are people who take a break because they want to have a break up, but they don't really know how to say, I want to break up. So they say, we're just going to take a break for a while.
And it never ends.
It never ends. It never ends. If you just think about people who even just end a relationship, how long that lingers. So what is this limbo state of, let's have a break? It becomes very confusing and incredibly painful for people.
Exactly. Well, it is very painful. That's why we're talking about it. That's why we're opening up this can of worms. So, of course, we can make it easier for you should you be on a break. I want to find out from Dr. Eve, how important is it knowing the status of the relationship while we are on a break? What are we allowed to do? What are we not allowed to do? Because trust me, people gonna get hurt. 021 430 9881 is the number to call. And remember, you can stay anonymous.
It's my Feel Good Breakfast Show.
We're back with our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, and we're talking about what it means to be on a break and what happens to a relationship once you decide to reconnect after that break. Now, we know that the decision to take a break can be on a scale from anything from amicable to highly resentful and even traumatic. But Dr. Eve, how important is it knowing that when you go into a break, that you know the status of what that break is? What are the boundaries when it comes to this? Can you go into the break and sleep with whoever you want? Or are we just taking space to assess where we're at, and that's not allowed?
It's always so amazing for me when couples sit in my therapy room and they'll say, we just need to take a break for a while. and I'll say, well, let's talk about the terms of agreements.
Yeah.
How often are you going to see each other? How much contact are you going to have with each other? And say, we haven't thought about that yet. Like this, I haven't thought about that yet. I don't know what we don't know what to do about that yet. Now, this is a couple who are taking a break because they can't communicate in real life.
Yeah.
And I am really opposed to the notion of taking a break.
Yeah. Well,
When a couple say, I really need to take a break so that we can work things out or we can date again, it's like, what? The only way that you can work things out is if you're actually in the heat of it, if you actually are living together or still in relationship with each other. That's a challenge. When you have distance and you're away from each other, you're
becomes really
avoiding
Out
the
of sight, out of
intensity.
mind.
You're just avoiding the
Yeah.
intensity of doing the work that needs to be done in the
We've actually got a
relationship.
call on the line.
Yeah.
Anonymous. Good morning, Anonymous. What is your question or comment for Dr. Eve?
Good morning, Dr. Eve. I just want to find out, my boyfriend has trust issues, right? And then we went on a break, but I never gave him any reason not to trust me. So I just need to know, where does the trust, what do I do with the break? What happens now? Do I wait? Or what happens?
Anonymous, are you currently in a break?
He said he needs space. So now it's a week now, 2 weeks that we have now space. So I just really don't know what does the break mean. Does he want to leave or does he want to work things out? What now?
Oh, that's a terrible place to be
it's
in.
the not knowing.
Yeah, but also I don't like the sense of powerlessness. Anonymous,
Yeah.
why are you sitting back and allowing him to decide to take the break or to take space? Do you have any idea why he wants this space?
Apparently he had trust issues, which I gave him a reason not to trust me because I'm open to him. We don't keep things apart from each other. So I don't know what made him decide
Oh,
on
dear.
giving us a break.
So you don't even know. So he has trust issues, and his way of dealing with his trust issues is to
Yeah.
take flight, is to leave you completely because he feels insecure and he doesn't trust you?
Yeah.
All I can say, if that situation, when he comes back to you, you are going to have way trouble, girlfriend, because
Yeah.
he's going to be more insecure and more untrusting of you because now he doesn't know what you're doing in this time while you're not with him.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
would really suggest to you that you take control of the situation and you say, listen here, brother, we got to talk about this.
Yeah.
We got to put some
Yeah.
agreements in place because he's going to accuse you of all kinds of things. If he's already jealous, which is why he's leaving the relationship, you have got to really make sure that you have agreements in place for this space-taking situation,
Yeah.
right?
Wow,
Yeah.
it's heated around here. Well, thank you so much,
you,
Anonymous, for that.
Anonymous.
Yeah.
And like you said, it's the not knowing and sometimes being stuck and not
to
knowing
be
what
so
to do. Well,
no
we
good.
are still talking to Dr. Eve, and the question is, are you accountable for what takes place during your relationship's break? Our lines remain open, so do call in 021-430-9881 with your questions or comments for our relationship expert, Dr. Eve, and we will engage with you. We understand that it's loaded, so if you want to call in and be anonymous, you're more than welcome to do that.
Yes.
There's more of this after the break.
It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. It's your feel-good breakfast show, Expresso. We're still hanging out with Dr. Eve, chatting relationships and what happens when you've taken a break in a relationship and how to manage and navigate that space.
Yes.
And I believe we've got a caller, right?
We do have a call on the line. Hello, what is your question or comment for Dr. Eve?
Yeah.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, who are you
Hi.
speaking to? Is it anonymous or do you have a name?
I have a name, Sinonta.
Hi, Sinamza. What is your question or comment for Dr. Eve?
No, I just wanted to ask is when you and your counterpart take a break, is it okay to oh no, can I start the question all over? I'm getting
Yeah,
nervous.
you can. Don't be nervous. This is a safe space. You can talk to us. Yeah.
Okay. So when you and your boyfriend decide to take a break
Yeah.
and then he decides to come back, is it okay to ask him what happened during the break?
Love it. Such a great question. How long
Is it okay?
How long were you on the break?
For a month. No,
month.
2 months now.
Okay.
And did you set agreements in place? In other words, did you say there will be no sexual activity, flirting, cyber infidelity with anyone else? Or did you just take a break?
The initial agreement was no strings attached, and then after a week, he asked me if maybe we should just just like stay away from other people.
Okay, so he set
Okay.
the parameters and he said, stay away from other people. We're just going to be faithful with each other.
Yes.
Okay, so tell me why you're feeling a little nervous to ask him.
I
about-
heard a little rumor.
Yes, I heard a little rumor.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. So, I mean, it depends on how you want to get back into this makeup again. Because if you want to get back into makeup with integrity and with a different value system, then I think you should have the freedom to be able to say, I'm curious about what happened during the breakup. You know,
Yeah.
you should do that. But I mean, if you're scared to hear about the rumor, then you're not going to ask that question. And I mean, he has the right to be able to say no, but I mean, I think it's important that you feel the
Yeah.
freedom more than anything else to be able to be transparent and to be able to express yourselves. Isn't that why you take these breakups, to be able to start relationships on a different footing? Yeah?
Oh, thank you very much.
Wow.
There we go. Yeah,
Well-
I definitely think you should be allowed to ask the question. I don't think you'll ever truly feel peace
If you don't know.
restarting
Then
this
if they were in a
relationship.
breakup, does she have a right to know? Because here we come back to this story. You know,
But
do you
remember,
have a
he was
right
the
to
one
know?
that said we shouldn't see anyone, so she's upheld
But
that.
he said it after the first week.
Oh, so do you think it could
who
have
knows
happened
what
in
was
that
going
time?
on
In that
first
week. Yeah. Well, the
No
calls
strings
keep
attached.
rolling in.
Let's
There's
do
also
it.
Got another
another
one.
anonymous on the line. Anonymous.
Hello?
Hi, what
Hi.
is your question or comment for Dr. Eve Anonymous?
I've got a comment.
Yes.
You know, from my personal experience when it comes to taking breaks, I don't think it's a great idea because we first must understand that before you even take a break, it's a thought that comes to mind,
Yes.
whichever party wants to take a break. And then you take a break. Once you take a break, fine. Each party, whether we discuss the break or don't discuss the break, either or, you are going to go out there and enjoy your life in whatever way you're going to enjoy your life. And by the time you come back to your relationship, inverted commas, it's totally different from what it used to be. So I believe if there's a problem, let's discuss the problem. If we can't discuss the problem and we resort to a break, we'd rather just put the up after that and call it a breakup.
Rather just put the up afterwards and call it a breakup. Powerful
Call a
words.
thing a thing.
Wow.
I like that. I like
I
that.
think because time we come back, it's
Yeah.
going to be totally different. And I'm talking this from my personal experience. You know, when you take a break and you come back and you're like, no, it's not the same, eh? Let's just add that up.
But hang on,
Sure.
Anonymous, surely the reason that you took the break is because you didn't like the relationship the way that it was. So coming back and it feels totally different. Isn't that exciting and fabulous? Yes, Anonymous?
I didn't hear the last part. I didn't hear the last part.
So I'm saying to you, surely the reason you took the break in the first place is because you wanted the relationship to be different. So now the relationship's all mashed up and it does feel different. Isn't that fabulous? Isn't that what you wanted? Isn't that why you took the break in the first place? Because the relationship as it was didn't feel good. And now you're bringing back something new. Isn't that positive?
Okay. When I took the break, well, the break was really not my idea. When I took the break and
yeah.
then we came back, you know, I felt that I had traveled, I had met new friends, I'd done a lot of experiences, and then we having to come back to issues that we could have sat down and discussed,
Wow.
and all of a sudden now after 6 months after this break, let's discuss. Those issues are still going to be there.
Yeah.
If you didn't like the pen
Yeah.
on the table, let's discuss taking the pen off the table. Why are we taking a break? If I'm not loving you correctly, let's discuss that. If you're
very
not
cool.
happy with how many times I'm seeing you, let's discuss that. Why are we taking a break? Why can't we discuss that
Yeah.
break?
Yeah.
What is the break
Come
for?
on.
Anonymous,
Wow.
yeah.
Anonymous, I love it, I love it, I love it. Thank you so
Absolutely
much for that
fabulous
comment.
call.
It was just awesome. But we just need to take a quick look at our poll that we posted this morning, where it said basically, Dr. Eve is talking about taking a break in your relationship. Have you taken a break in the relationship? It would seem that 37% say no, it delays breakup.
Isn't
So
that
just like
fantastic?
Anonymous said, it's
Yes.
inevitably, just add the up at the end and make it a breakup.
Yeah.
29% says yes, we stayed together, and 34% says yes, we broke up. So it
Wow.
seems like more people are leaning towards call it a
Breakup.
break up and
Call-
just
exactly.
let it go.
Yeah.
This whole idea of break is
Dr.
not good.
Eve, Wow, it's always just power-packed with just like something to think about. Thank you
Yeah.
so much for your time today. Absolutely
Pleasure.
incredible. Well, continue engaging with us on social
Yes.
media. It would be really nice to see what your thoughts are. Hashtag Expresso Show, right?
That's right.